And he's R-I-C-H.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live in the WIBW Digital News Center, where we are awaiting a live update from Lawrence Police Chief Rich Lockhart, as well as, we are told, the city manager, who are, as you can see, they're live in Lawrence right now, approaching the microphone. There was a shooting in Lawrence this morning that left one person dead. It happened inside City Hall, we're told, around 8 o'clock this morning, and we do not know. At first, it was described as an altercation that happened around 8 a.m. The notification came out that they were responding to this altercation, and also that the City Hall would be closed for the remainder of the day, and certain city services would be unavailable for the entire day. Here within the past hour, we since have gotten confirmation. First, they said one person was wounded. Then within the past hour, they came out and said and confirmed that one person had in fact lost their life in the shooting today. You can see that as Chief Lockhart approaching the podium right now. I'm going to tell our crew, Eric Ives and Jonah Hahn, who are there, have been there for this morning monitoring these developments, that we are up live so that they know that. And we are going to bring these remarks to you right now, hopefully shedding a little bit more light perhaps on what exactly it is that happened this morning at Lawrence City Hall.
My name is Craig Owens. I'm the Lawrence City Manager. I want to express my gratitude to the Lawrence, Kansas Police Department for their work during this disturbing incident. I'm grateful to report that no city employees were physically harmed during this time. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Lockhart to give more details.
Good morning, everybody. Just after 8 o'clock this morning, we were called to City Hall, 66th Street, to investigate a disturbance. When officers arrived, they discovered that an altercation had taken place between an armed city employee and an intruder on the 4th floor of City Hall. The intruder had entered the building, gone up a stairway, broken out a glass window in the 4th floor stairwell door, and the city employees encountered him up there. And during that altercation, the 28-year-old subject was shot and killed by the city employees. None of the city employees were seriously injured. Right now, the Lawrence, Kansas Police Department is investigating the incident in consultation with District Attorney Dakota Loomis's office, and that investigation is ongoing at this time.
There have been a lot of people out here before City Hall is closed, but wanting to know about their court cases. If they show up, what should they know?
Yeah, do you want to talk to that?
I think court will not be held until after Thursday.
Yeah, we tried to notify, the court staff tried to notify everyone who had cases today, so I think they did that as best to their abilities. All city employees have been sent home for the day, and City Hall will be closed all day.
Why Thursday and not tomorrow?
We've got to take some time to be able to go through and make sure we've got adequate security, and we've got to make sure that we have everything ready for people to be welcomed back in, so we just need some time to work through all that.
Does that mean City Hall will also be closed until Thursday?
City Hall will not be closed. It'll be open back up. Municipal court takes place in the lobby of City Hall, and it takes quite a bit of city resources to manage that.
You said a 28-year-old subject. Female, male?
Male subject,
male.
yes.
Hey, Chief, do you know, does the same protocol apply to a city employee that it does to a police officer whenever there's a shooting that's involved? Usually whenever it's a police officer, they're put on administrative duty, that kind of thing, while it's being investigated?
Yeah, and it's the same situation here. My understanding is the city employee will be placed on administrative leave, and then when they are cleared to come back to work, they'll come back to work.
When you say an altered title for the city employee?
I can't at this time. Their families are still being notified that they were involved in this incident, so out of respect for their privacy, we're not going to release that at this time.
How are they doing?
They're doing as well as can be expected.
Are you aware of why this person was
We are not aware of the why. It's not someone that's known to us, so it's somebody who's unfamiliar to the police. So that's part of our investigation, is to try and backtrack when the person arrived here, why they were here, what was going on, as much as we can.
Does anyone in City Hall know
No. I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry. Oh, the 4th floor is the city manager's office, the city attorney's office, and the budget manager's office. So I don't know if that was necessarily a target or that this person would have known that, but it's the top floor, so it could be that the person was in the stairwell and just happened to get there and come out.
And when you say altercation, can you kind of provide some details exactly what that means?
It was a physical altercation, so think of a fight is about the clearest way to say it. I can't get too specific because, again, we're working on getting statements from everyone involved and examining video evidence. There are surveillance cameras on that floor that captured a lot of the incident. We will not be able to release that video at this time because the investigation is still ongoing.
No other weapon involved, though, intruder?
We don't know that yet. We're still doing the crime scene examination to determine if the subject had a weapon or not. So the employee had a gun.
Do we know that person was from the area or?
The person, the suspect? The suspect was not from Lawrence. The suspect is from out of state.
What time does the building normally open up for public access?
I think it's 8 o'clock is when it, yeah, 8 o'clock.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Jane.
Thanks, guys.
And you just heard there from Lawrence Police Chief Rich Lockhart and the Lawrence City Manager Craig Owens. A lot of additional information provided here about what exactly unfolded this morning. It started, they said, as a physical altercation between a city employee and the suspect, who they said had broken out a window from the fourth floor stairwell, and that is where they encountered this person this morning, a city employee. The city employee has not been identified. They said they are still notifying family that that city employee was involved in this incident this morning at City Hall in Lawrence just before 8 o'clock. The building typically opens at 8 a.m. The city employee and some other city employees, presumably when they arrived, is when they encountered this person in a fourth floor stairwell. A window had been broken the glass out. There was a physical altercation, a fight of some sort in that fourth floor stairwell. And then at some point during that physical altercation, he said the city employee, Chief Lockhart said the city employee was armed, and the city employee fired shots, and the suspect, a 28-year-old man who was from out of state, was shot and killed in that altercation. They said, as per what would be standard procedure, for example, should a police officer be involved in a shooting, the law enforcement officer then is placed on administrative leave while an investigation is conducted. And so that is still what is going to happen here. That city employee, there we go. That city employee will be placed on administrative leave while this investigation moves forward. The fourth floor of City Hall is where the offices for the city manager and the city attorney are located. Chief Lockhart said at this point they're not sure if those offices were targeted for any particular reason other than the fact that it is the top floor. So it's possible this person somehow got on an upper level. That simply is how they entered the building, that there was no intent to specifically target those offices. We don't know that yet. The investigation is continuing to know if that sort of situation is what was unfolding. They're not sure of any motive, why that person was there, why that person decided to enter the building this morning. There were no city employees wounded. The only person here that was injured and subsequently killed, deceased from their injuries, was that 28-year-old man from out of state who was encountered in the fourth floor stairwell of Lawrence City Hall, where that physical altercation ensued, and the city employee who was armed ultimately shot and killed that suspect. They do not have any idea what the motive might have been here. That is still under investigation. What the police chief did say is that there are a lot of surveillance cameras in that area, and so therefore they believe they have a lot of footage of the incident. What exactly unfolded, they will be reviewing that. But again, what happened this morning around 8 o'clock at the City Hall in Lawrence, Kansas, is that a city employee who was armed encountered a 28-year-old man from out of state in a fourth floor stairwell. A physical altercation ensued, and then there was gunfire, and the suspect was shot and killed. They do not know at this point. They were unable to say if the suspect had any weapon. That is part of their investigation. We are told that the municipal court, which is held in the lobby, the first floor lobby of City Hall, municipal court cases in the city of Lawrence will not be held today. They will be notifying anyone who might have been involved to get things rescheduled there. And then as far as the rest of the building, there should be some announcement made from the city of Lawrence as far as any business as usual. So you just heard heard from the police chief. Also, the city manager, Craig Owens, also spoke, only to say that no city employees were injured, and then Chief Lockhart took over and had those statements. Jonah Kahn is there on scene with photographer Eric Ives. We will be checking in with them today on Midday in Kansas to wrap all of this up for you. For now, we will take you back to local news live.